See this stair stringer? See how it's all rusted out down there? You could probably get a better, even better one on the inside. It's completely rusted out because of the salty air, because we're by the beach. It rusts faster. They put a coating on it in the beginning to keep the rust from getting to it, but after many years, it rusts out, and then you've got an unstable stairway. So I want to try to fix that. And then these railings, a little shaky. I would hope to see one of these posts every, 3 feet or so instead of every 5 or 6. They've got this to cover up the post spacing. It's supposed to be 4 inches between these so that we don't have any children that are going to get their heads stuck in there or anything else, but they've put a screen over the top of it. Keep that safe. And then we just measured this railing here, and we're going to continue to measure down the line and check for any damaged areas, whatnot. But this is primarily due to rust on this one. And then we'll take some moisture readings and whatnot, right?
We're doing this to ensure the safety of the tenants here, making sure their railings are safe, their balconies are safe, and that they don't have any further damage. Yeah, some more.
What do you got there?
Pull a little bit more. You got 20 right here.
20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just move on to, yeah, okay, got you.
You want to just bring it down?
Yeah. It's just at that post. All right, I got
you know where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay. $20 more, right?
Yep.
Right here.
Okay. We're just getting the linear footage to see how much railing they actually do have before we start inspecting it. Usually when we walk by, you start giving a little tug. You could hear some movement right here. If you're over here, you could see some cracking in the base of the railing. That's gonna be an issue. You have to write that down. Sorry?
Matan just said it all, but basically that's what we're doing. We're checking this. We want to measure the length of the railing, and then we'll check the railing and see how bad the damage is, and if sections of it or if the entire railing needs to be replaced or repaired.
Along with the walkway, checking the walkway strength and.
Yeah, because a lot of times this is just a moisture barrier that they put over the top of these. So these are all constructed of wood joists and wood plywood, and then they put a like a magnesite paint and like a fiberglass coating over the top of these decks. And it only lasts so long, So at some point, the rain beating on it all the time, the water's going to penetrate the deck, and then we could get damage underneath. So we'll look underneath and make sure we don't have any stucco damage. It's always good to have good drainage in these things, whether it's by slope or whether you've got a drain in the middle of it. Something that's going to make sure that the water falls off of this patio or this walkway, and ensure that it doesn't just puddle and start to seep in and damage everything inside of it. Because on the bottom, it's sealed with stucco. So you're going to get a bunch of water damage. And then you get mold. You don't want mold either. You remember that number, Mata? All right.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What do we got? 100, 120, 140?
It was I'm not mistaken, it was 5. 1, 2, yeah.
120?
No, 100. Because it was by 20s.
Okay. Okay.
You write that on the note that it's getting weaker around the middle part. About 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is north side, right?
From like 17th post to the 20th. Right now we're just testing it because we want to see if there's hollow points, and then that'll tell us that there's further damage, water damage, separation with the waterproofing, or maybe some loose or even buckling. So that's basically what we're testing for. It seems pretty solid.
Yes, it does. Everybody probably thinks the door's getting knocked on though.
Yeah, I know. I always feel bad for this part.
Do have a crack right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to check that in there.
So now what we're doing here is we're doing a moisture reading test. We're gonna check the cracks and see if they have any moisture in between.
If there is one.
If it is, it's the problem because it's gonna be further damaging the wood and everything you have under. You're gonna get a whole bunch of water damage. And there is some reading here, but it's pretty low. Still not the best sign, but it's something.
Well, this overhang helps a lot too. Some of these other older balconies don't have anything over the top of them. So most of the water is running off the roof or into the gutter. It's not, completely pounding on this patio. But if we didn't have anything above us, this thing would rot out a lot quicker.
That's really interesting. Really interesting. That one extra cost on the original build saves a lot more.
Right, exactly. I mean, everything, just, gutters, anything to get the water to flow outside of the building is better than having it come down on this deck. So when they build these things, they slope them or they put drains in them. I've put drain systems in there before so that it all flows into the drain and then dumps into the garden. Then you're getting your plants watered at the same time.
Multi-purpose drainage.
Exactly. Does seem pretty solid though. Just the railings.
It's just the railings are having a problem.
Yeah. They usually come out here every year or so and do a coat on this, right? It's a high traffic area, so that helps a lot.
It's 42 throughout.
Is that essential? Or is that
Oh no, it's definitely essential. It's it's a magnesite sealer, so it's paint, but it comes in all different colors, but it's like glue, right? When you put it on, and it dries really, really fast. And it's a sealer, so it's a paint and a sealer at the same time. So yeah, if they come and seal this thing every couple of years, it's definitely going to help to prevent the water from getting into just maintaining it. But sometimes they neglect it, and you can tell when it is, because you'll see would be completely faded. There would be cracks and spots, and somebody never put a coat of magnesite sealer on it. Therefore, it's getting more water than it should. And also sometimes people put plants and stuff out here, which isn't always good, because the plants, they just soak up more water and get so. Exactly. So the main purpose is to try to keep these walkways and patios as dry as possible. So
balcony law is not just literally about balcony.
no, it's about anything. I mean, these are walkways. These are anything elevated, right? You want to make sure that it's stable. And a lot of these buildings they built back in the 40s or 50s or 60s, and their code compliance was completely different back then. What they could build then and what we could build now were two totally different things. That's why we're having to go through all these inspections and verify that everything is in accordance with code compliance. And I'd like to see the plans when they first built this building, but I don't have access to them. So yeah, there's a lot of different code requirements these days that they didn't used to have, which is why we do these inspections. And just like what Tom said, it's all to ensure the safety of all the tenants and anybody else. I know if I had my daughter living in this building, I would want to make sure that everything's safe. I want it safe. That's one of the reasons I became an inspector, is because I believe that everything should be built per code, per plan, and safe.
Oh, yeah.
What else we need?
Just gotta start inspecting this now.
Start shaking rail?
Yeah. Also just measure throughout the railings just to make sure that all of them are 42. I did with that one before, but. And then we have to do this stairway, and then we're done.
Yeah. So these railings need to be 42 inches. That's code. Code is 42. A lot of these old buildings, the railings are not 42 inches. You've either got to install new railings or adjust them so that they may have adjusted these actually. This could possibly be an extension, because those railings down there are 36 inches into right here is 36 inches. So somebody may have said, hey, when they did this screen, they said, well, it's 36 inches, we need to make it higher. And they welded this and this to the original. To make sure that it's above 42. Exactly. Not a coincidence. Because that's usually the main things, is these right here have to be 4 inches. And if this screen wasn't here, it would be, we got 5 1/4. So that would be, too far away from one another. Little babies and stuff can get their heads in these things, and kids and toddlers, and so they either put new posts in here or they put screen over the top of it. Whatever we have to do in order to ensure that nobody comes through this railing is the best, safest way. So they've already addressed some things, it seems.
Do you know that they have to reglaze the railings? It's all rusting all around, just everywhere. Just spots, even on.
You mean repaint them?
Yeah, repaint, reglaze.
Replace or repaint?
No, reglaze is what I said in the beginning.
Oh.
Just to repaint.
paint.
Yeah. Especially because it's by the beach. These railings need way more maintenance than a normal one. See, it's already like getting in there. You can just see the orange rusting all over the place.
Steps are 7 inches too. It's typical.
Like, you see these?
Yeah. Yeah, they probably bondoed it.
Yeah. You could tell they already had issues before, and they
Exactly. That's why I was just saying, like,
just put a
they
band-aid
put,
over
yeah, they put this on top and they put this screen in.
the band-aid over the issue. Only in the middle side of this railing, can you note that it was really loose? But the
That was the
rest,
same on the other side, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I put, okay, I put,
We put around the same one, like 15 to like 18. I'm just gonna do some bang on this side.
okay.
If you find any cracks like in the actual like walkway in itself, to see if you can get a moisture.
Okay.
And if you can, just let me know. So
It's reading like 13 all the way through. Even when I touch it like this.
yeah. I think that's also. Let me take a picture. It's also just because of the moisture that's in the air.
Right.
Oh no, yeah, she's not closing. Yeah, so generally everything's good right now, except for the railings. I would just have this other stairway to inspect. Just for curiosity, though. It's still a low amount, though. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 15. Can you note that there's 15 steps on this one?
No. Did we? There was 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you measure the railing height yet?
No. Here. I'll bet it's about the same though. 36.
It's 37 here, but yeah. Let me check in multiple places. Hold on. Yeah, here's just 36.
You said how many steps? 14 or 15?
15.
15 steps.
36. Yeah, it's 36.
It looks like they literally just put a coat. Put a coat on here recently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks pretty fresh. Do you see any damage from the bottom?
No, I didn't see anything. Not like the other one, at
That
least.
side was a lot shakier,
Yeah.
a lot more unstable.
You know, I think it has a lot to do with which direction the rain's coming in.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
100%.
If the rain's coming in this way and hitting this thing at this direction,
100%.
chances are it's going to damage that more. Probably doesn't have proper drainage at the bottom of that stairway. All the water probably puddles right around that stairway on top of the moisture.
Yeah, I mean, you could see that the slope is going, look
Right.
like it's going right there.
So when that rain comes in, it just rushes right down there under the stairs and just sits there because nobody's going to sweep it out.
Right.
And you can tell that these been recently painted, these steps. Not that they have anything to do with this, but definitely recently painted.
So we just finished up today's inspection. The main issue here was that there's rusting throughout all the railings, on the walkways, on the stairways. This stairway is stable, but this one we realized that there's major rusting on the foundation and the most important parts of it. There's also some rusting happening on the bottom of the stairs. Also, on each side of the walkways, we realized that it's unstable in the middle part, so that needs to be reinforced. And yeah, that's about the main issues here. The walkway is solid, and that's about it for today.
Thank you.